Aloha everyone. Today is May 5th, 2020, and I'm heading to the North Shore of Oahu to do a little bit of fishing. I thought it might be a good idea, maybe to make a short video on proper beach etiquette, or at least what we locals in Hawaii consider proper beach etiquette. So come along for the ride and maybe you'll learn something you never knew.
It's time for me to go on my own way. Hey, hey, giving up, thinking about you, baby. I think it's time for me to go on my own way. Love that song. Look at that, beautiful on the North Shore. As always, so lucky we live away.
As we make our way down to one of my favorite beaches to go fishing, I want to leave you guys with 5 things to consider while enjoying the beach in Hawaii. And since I'm going to the beach to go fishing, it's only fitting that this be number 1. If you go to the beach in Hawaii and somebody's there fishing, give that guy room. If his line is in the water, he was there first, just give that guy room. 15, 20 feet on either side of his line. It's safe for you and it doesn't irritate the fisherman if people aren't swimming all over his line, right? Also, if you go to the beach to go fishing and people are swimming, most local people will go somewhere else, or they'll walk further down the beach and they'll fish in a corner somewhere where nobody's swimming, right? But if you're here visiting and people are swimming, dude, just don't do it. Just wait. You see me here standing next to my pole. I waited 45 minutes for the ocean to clear out because people were swimming and sun was setting, so I knew people were gonna leave. So I just sat there for like 45 minutes, threw my line in, and there I am standing there because those surfers just showed up after I threw my line in. And I'm standing there giving them a non-verbal cue, like, hey man, I'm standing here, I'm fishing, there's a line in the water, and they see me. So you're gonna see them enter the water, they're gonna see my line, and they're actually gonna veer to the left, just like you're supposed to, right? So always be aware of your surroundings, right? You watch this last guy, he's gonna trip over his right there. Tripped on his leash. He's like, oh, I gotta dip the front of my board in the water, trying to play it off. I don't know. I guess I'm happy he didn't fall down and eat it, though. If he did, I wouldn't be laughing. But maybe I would have did the same thing, try to play it off too. Anyway, they see that my line and they veer to the left, just like you're supposed to. Okay. Number 2 is very similar to number 1. If you go to the beach in Hawaii and people are on the beach by themselves or with their family hanging out, dude, don't go and sit right next to them. I don't know why people do that. I don't know where you guys come from, but we don't do that here in Hawaii. We see people on the beach, we give people space, dude. Look at all that real estate right there. Look at all that ocean. There's a lot of room. You don't need to sit next to people, man. I mean, we don't even sit next to local people unless we know them or they invite us over, and we usually give people space, man. And it's so funny to me, like, I'll be the only dude on the beach and I'll just start collecting people around me. It's just, I don't know what it is, man. It doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some of my friends, but yeah, I just think it's funny. Like, I don't know, maybe they want to like sit next to me so that I'll watch their stuff when they go in the water. I don't know. Maybe they figure if they park their stuff by the big local guy, nobody's gonna mess with their stuff. I don't know. But again, man, give people space, right? Number 3, and I can't believe I even have to say this, dude, but if you bring children to the beach, whether they're your kids or you're responsible for them, watch those children, bruh. Watch those kids. There's so many times where I'm at the beach and kids are running wild, right? They're at the beach, dude. They're just having a good old time, right? Acting crazy. That's what kids do. They're having fun. And, kids, they're not good at situational awareness, right? They only focus on what they're doing. And it's easy for them to get in trouble. And I look over and I see parents on their phone doing God knows what, on their phone or reading a book or talking to their friends and not even watching their kids, right? I mean, it just boggles my mind, dude. The ocean is a very dangerous place. There's surf, there's surge. Things happen in a split second in the ocean, and it's very easy for a small child to be overcome by the ocean. When I'm at the beach and I'm fishing or hanging out or whatever, and I see kids playing and I look around and I don't see anybody watching them, I'll keep an eye on those kids. But if those are your children, those are your responsibilities, man. You should be watching them. It's not anybody else's. You shouldn't rely on anybody else to be responsible for the safety of your children. Okay, so watch your children, bro. Number four, this is very personal to me, and it's police your area, right? If you generate trash, you take that trash with you. Okay, we take it back to the rubbish can where the trash can where it belongs, right? You don't leave it on the beach. Police your area. I'm a native Hawaiian and I grew up learning native Hawaiian values, and one of those values that I treasure and I apply to all aspects of my life even today is you always leave a place better than the way you found it. That's a native Hawaiian value that was taught to me by my parents and my grandparents. So when I go to the beach, I police my own trash for sure, and I'll pick up whatever trash is around me, right? I try to leave that place better than the way I found it. And that applies to everything, all kinds of things in my life, right? If you borrow somebody's car, somebody's vehicle, right, you make sure that thing is washed and cleaned and gassed up, better than the way you found it, right? That's how it should be, right? Somebody lets you stay at their house, you clean that room that you stay in or whatever, the bathroom, whatever. Right? You always try to leave a place better than the way you found it. It's good. It's a good philosophy to live by, and it's served me well all my life. Anyway, let me tell you guys a story about trash. So when I was a kid, I grew up on Maui. Um, I was in my mid-teens, maybe 17, 18, 19, something like that. And about 5 or 6 of my friends and I went on this hike. And we went on this hike to a place called Swinging Bridges. It's in Waihe'e. And it's like a 6-mile round-trip hike. And you walk across these 2 cable suspension bridges. It's very cool. I'm not sure if those bridges are still there. It's been a minute since I've been back there. But this was, when the internet was still in its infancy, so there wasn't... The only way you knew about that place is if you grew up in Maui or if somebody told you where it was by word of mouth, right? But tourists would always find their way up there. So, we do this hike and we get up to the end. There's this medium-sized pond and maybe like a 15 or 20-foot waterfall. And it's funny because it's part of like a man-made water diversion that's not used anymore and part natural pond, so it's kind of cool. You can actually walk behind the waterfall. It's a really cool place. Anyway, we get up there and there's like 15 or 20 tourists, and me and my friends get up there and there's like trash everywhere, dude. And we're looking at each other like, bro, look at all this trash. What's going on? So, I mean, I was irritated to see that. So we swam, and then after we were done with that, we just started picking up the trash, dude. And guess what happened? Every single one of those tourists started picking up trash with us. Old people, young kids, whatever, bro. Everybody started picking up trash with us. It was awesome. It was a very awesome experience to show these guys by example. This is how, get 5 or 6 local kids picking up trash, bro. We just taught them a valuable lesson. I thought it was awesome, bro. I was very happy to pack all that trash out. I told them, hey, we'll take the trash, just help us pick it up, we'll carry it out, and that's what we did. And I was happy to do it. So police your area. Always try to leave a place better than the way you found it. Number 5, it's not an etiquette thing, but number 5 is very important. Do not, and I say again, do not leave valuables in your vehicle when you go to the beach in Hawaii. Unless you can see that vehicle clearly from where you're on the beach, do not leave valuables in that vehicle. Trust me, you're not smarter than the people that are going to break in. Hiding your purse underneath the seat is not going to do nothing, right? So don't leave valuables in your vehicle. Unfortunately, in Hawaii, we have people that break into vehicles and steal things. No place is perfect, and we have our problems here too. It's not something that happens all over the place. Some areas are worse than others, but it's just not smart to do that. Don't leave valuables in your vehicle. Take it with you. Plan accordingly. If you know you're gonna go to the beach, make sure you don't take stuff that you can't take with you on the beach. Okay. Replacing a broken window or a destroyed lock is money for sure, but it's nothing compared to losing, valuable photos or videos on a camera, or losing a cell phone or a wedding ring or money, right? That'll just ruin things for you, man. If you're here on vacation, that'll just ruin your vacation. So do not leave valuables in your vehicle. Plan accordingly if you know you're gonna go to the beach. Okay, if you have to have your valuables in your car because you checked out of your hotel and you're waiting on the flight, just go to a beach where you can see your car, bro. where you can get to it fast enough in case something happens, okay? So those are 5 things for you to consider while enjoying the beach here in Hawaii. And if you're a tourist or a potential tourist coming to Hawaii, I just have to say this: don't be afraid to engage the local people with questions or whatever. Say hi, whatever, man. I know we look scary, some of us, especially me. Plenty times I ask tourists if they need help or they want me to take their picture or something. They get all freaked out. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's my breath. I don't know. But, you know, don't be afraid to engage the local people. I myself, I love tourists. I've been a tourist in other countries, in other parts of the United States, and I understand what it's like to be somewhere where you don't know anybody and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? With that, I'll leave the video here, and I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll spock you guys later. Aloha.